It's like you have this map of the tune and it's telling you, you are here. You're not just lost in a sea of eighth notes or whatever. Hey fiddlers, welcome to today's fiddle video. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about learning by ear, and particularly how knowing the structure of a tune, or a typical structure of a fiddle tune, can help you get oriented and learn by ear more comfortably. I'm a diehard fan of learning by ear. I think that when you learn tunes by ear, you pick up on all sorts of little things you might not even know you're picking up on. Plus, I feel like even if it's a more laborious and slow way to learn a tune, in the end it's worth it because I think it sticks in your head more. The tune I'm going to be using to demonstrate these ideas today is called Haste to the Wedding. It's a lovely traditional jig, and if you'd like to see a tutorial on that, I did a full video teaching the tune and a variation, and you'll find a link for that in the description. All right, let's get into the video. So different fiddle tunes have different structures to them, but you do see certain things that come back again and again, and we're going to be talking about some of that stuff today in the context of this tune, Haste to the Wedding. Having an idea of what structure you might expect from a fiddle tune, I think just gets you oriented. So it's like you have this map of the tune and it's telling you, you are here. You're not just lost in a sea of eighth notes or whatever. All right, so in a big picture sense, a lot of fiddle tunes have an A part and a B part. The A part is the first half or the first part of the tune, and the B part is the second half or second part of the tune. And you'll often play each of those twice. A typical A part might be 16 beats or 8 measures. Not all the time, but often. Same thing with the B part. Here's the A part of Haste to the Wedding. Then that repeats. Then you move on to the B part. And you play it again. So that's the big picture, and it's good to develop a sense of, with a particular tune, okay, am I in the A part or am I in the B part? Now let's get into the structure of each of those parts, and we'll take the A part for starters. Very often you'll find that these parts are divided into 4 phrases. So here's phrase 1 of the A part. Phrase 2. Phrase 3. Phrase 4. A phrase is kind of just a musical idea. Very often those phrases will follow a particular pattern, and you may have noticed it there. The pattern is phrase 1 and phrase 3 are often the same, and phrases 2 and 4 are different. So you have phrase 1, and then phrase 2 responds to that. And then you have phrase 3, which is the same as phrase 1. And then phrase 4 responds to that. You'll find this in a whole bunch of tunes, and once you know it, it's a little bit of a superpower, because you know if you learn phrase 1, chances are you already know another chunk of the tune that's going to come up later. One way you might think of it is phrase 1 is a question, and it gets a response in phrase 2, but it's not very conclusive, not very satisfactory. So you ask the question again. And this time you get a much more satisfactory answer that has a kind of conclusiveness to it. All right, so moving on to the B part. Very often in the B part, you'll expect the same sort of pattern, but you'll have a new musical idea coming into phrase 1 and 3. The other thing to look for in the B part is that phrase 4 of the B part is often the same as phrase 4 of the A part, which is very handy. So if we imagine that Haste to the Wedding is going to follow this same pattern, which It doesn't exactly, but let's imagine it does. Here's what would happen. We've got our new phrase 1. We've got phrase 2. Again, it's not a very conclusive response. And then, let's say phrase 3 is the same as phrase 1. And then we have phrase 4, which is the same as phrase 4 of the A part. Here's how all of that would go. However, Haste to the Wedding does not follow that pattern exactly. Here's what happens. We've got phrase 1, phrase 2, and then phrase 3 is a totally new idea. But it's really fun, so it's worth it. And then we do have the same phrase for phrase 4 as we had for phrase 4 of the A part. Okay, putting all of that together. So not all fiddle tunes are going to have exactly the same structure. But if you have that basic idea in mind of what pattern it might follow, those little moments where it goes off script don't need to throw you off too much. So knowing what we now know about the structure of a tune gives you a few things that will help you as you learn a tune by ear. One is to look for phrase 1 of the A part and phrase 1 of the B part. Focus in on those. Those can be sort of these touchstones for you where you learn that phrase knowing that it's likely to come back again. Phrase 4 of the A part is another phrase to kind of grab onto because it's possibly going to happen again in the B part. All right, fiddlers, that wraps up today's fiddle video. I hope you found this helpful. Again, if you'd like a tutorial on the tune that I used to demonstrate these ideas, it's called Haste to the Wedding, and you'll find a link to that in the description. Have a wonderful day, happy fiddling, and I'll see you soon.